Welcome to Classic Game Room, broadcasting from the intergalactic space arcade in space. So what happens when our gravity simulator malfunctions? Whoa, look at that. It's Inversion. It's amazing how everything stays on the shelves. It's all bolted down. I hope insurance covers this. It's not just another duck and cover style shooter because the name of the game is Inversion. Which, unlike a lot of other games, is such a cool title, it needs to be whispered with reverb. Inversion. Because it sounds like a fancy restaurant or nightclub where you're not allowed to wear sneakers.
Inversion. Turning your world upside down.
That's right. Turning your world upside down and defying gravity seems like it would be this game's thing, right? Well, it kind of is, but very infrequently. Which is kind of strange. It's the only thing that separates
Inversion
from every other game that looks just like this.
They're escaping that thing.
Seriously, if this game were any more like Gears of War, you would be Marco Phoenix, spelled with a PH.
Brace yourself.
Inversion is another one of these games. It's playable, it has its moments, and you can lift enemies with gravity and then shoot them while they're floating in midair. See, some of this stuff isn't too bad. It's like a buddy cop video game where you and your partner are fighting the Lutadors. The Lutadors. Insert Mexican wrestling joke here.
Inversion.
Alita no man fear. Nace stupid. Hey.
The whole game reminds me of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and that has its ups and downs. It wasn't the best Mad Max movie, but at least it was a Mad Max movie. And the same can be said here. It's not the best game in this genre, but at least it's there to kill some time if you like playing games in this genre.
Gotta keep it going. This is gonna be empty.
Inversion is a very familiar game. You'll always find a Jersey barrier or burned out car to hide behind. The weapon selection is familiar. You have a machine gun with medium range and a giant knife on it. You've got a shotgun for close range, a slightly more powerful rifle, a sniper rifle, and so on. You've got a thing on your wrist that allows you to lift some enemies and other objects and throw them around or shoot them in midair. That's kind of cool. And there's parts of the game where gravity is totally messed with, which I think is the game's best feature. I'm just surprised to see it used so infrequently. The video game marketplace as a whole doesn't really like experimental games very much until they're a proven success, and proven successes will always be duplicated, like Space Invaders or Gears of War. Inversion's biggest problem, beyond the fact that it doesn't live up to its cool title,
Inversion.
is that it's so similar to Gears of War. The enemies even sound the same, and the gameplay feels the same, but it lacks the charisma of Gears of War. To be honest, it doesn't have John DiMaggio and the clever writing, but it has the familiar gameplay that you very well might enjoy if you give it a chance. I'll recommend Inversion as a rental for those of you who like these kinds of games. We're watching the Xbox 360 version. It's also available on PlayStation 3. It has a single-player campaign, it's got multiplayer. It's Inversion, which is not as good as Gears of War, but it's a lot better than watching Tina Turner act. What's gravity got to do with it?
Inversion. Why am I whispering? Can you hear me?